Hello crafty friends, this is the Paper Chef here. With just a couple days left in our designer series paper sale, I would like to show you a whole bunch of projects you can create using designer series paper. I have many projects and there's 13 different styles of projects. Many feature the papers which are on sale. So there are 10 designer series papers on sale, and if you add the most expensive one to your cart as the fourth paper, you'll get that free. Or if you add any of these papers to your cart, fourth, you'll get that one free. Okay, so then at the end of this video, I'll show you the little sampler you'll get if you order from me by September 30th. Okay, first project is, what I did is I took this countdown, Christmas, or it's called, Christmas Countdown Project Kit. And it's in our holiday catalog. Okay, so when you place an order, you automatically get one of these catalogs. So here it is, it comes blank. And so what I did is decorated it with one of the designer series papers that are on sale. And I just wanted to, do a different style of countdown calendar. And this could be used for many things. You could send it to somebody in the Navy. You could send it to a boat lover. You could put numbers on it and make it sort of a retirement countdown calendar. That was one of the other demonstrators suggested, a retirement countdown calendar. Or someone suggested days at sea, like if someone's coming back from being deployed, and you could say countdown. So it's not just a Christmas project kit. You can turn it into whatever you want. Now I haven't put my little treats in here yet, but these drawers are pretty big. They have a lot of room, and for treats and let's see, arts and crafts items. You're giving this to a teacher. Let's see, you could put school supplies in there. Okay, so I'm shaving. I just wanted to show you this. I just finished it yesterday, and I just wanted to show you all the little, accents are made from the Come Sail Away. That's a little accent. We have a trinket. Come Sail Away suite. And the Come Sail Away suite has designer series paper, coordinating stamps, coordinating dies. Okay, so that's just one possibility of what you could do with designer series paper. Another possibility is just, let me move this off the table, is just decorating mini pizza boxes. Now some of these I've shown on YouTube before. In fact, I know I've shown these on YouTube before because I showed how to make these using your scan and cut, how to cut out the pieces exactly to fit over pizza boxes. And I have little wobbles on them. So these are just, this one back in the back are just Christmas style mini pizza boxes. And I'm using a current stamp set called Ride With Me, and then some retired designer series paper called Dashing Along. So I'm just giving you ideas for designer series paper in this video. So not going over all the products themselves. I didn't take out the stamp sets to show you or anything. But if you want to know more about any project, just ask me, or check out the links in my tutorial where I show you, the products I used, or actually the tutorials I used. That one's a sewing kit. Okay, so you get the idea that you could decorate boxes with designer series paper. That was project number 2. Project number 3 is a Gatefold card. And again, I've done tutorials on YouTube on how to make Gatefold cards. In fact, if you want to know how to make cards, I'm having an upcoming card making class featuring the Brother Scan and Cut as well. But this one is just something I showed on YouTube. I showed it with snowmen, so I just finished this one today. So I have not shown this card yet on YouTube. So let's just open up the card, and you just see, it just says, cows it going, with some cows that I cut out with the scan and cut. And I've done a tutorial on how to cut out these cows from Over the Moon stamp set with the scan and cut. And then I just put Perennial Essence paper inside. Okay, so another way to use designer series paper is just to create Gatefold cards. Gatefold cards are great because you can put lots of paper. You can make 4 panels of paper. And I've done these kind of cards with snowmen, with the Follow Your Art suite, with many other suites. And I have shown these on YouTube before, but not this particular design. Okay, some cards I have in my upcoming courses are pop-up cards. Okay, so these feature some in-color designs. Let me zoom back out so you can see this. So just another way of using designer series paper. These colors are using, this is some 2019 to 2021 in colors. And then in here, that's the paper that goes along with those, the designer series paper. It's called in color designer series paper. And then I also used what's called the woven threads. That's one of the ones on sale. Some of these butterflies are from that, like that one there, the woven threads. Okay, I actually have, here you go, there's another one. Designer Series paper. Okay, and that woven threads Designer Series paper is one of the ones that is buy 3 get 1 free, and it's also one of the ones that coordinates with all the ink colors. Okay, this is still the same project. I'm telling you right now about pop-up cards or box card projects. Okay, what's nice about those is you can highlight your Designer Series paper, you can fold them, and they lay flat in an envelope. Okay, doesn't fit into a regular envelope, but you just use a little envelope. Okay, let me show you my one I just made today for my friend's birthday. So still the same project. I'm still showing you pop-up cards. So this is just a variation of that, and it is, I'm just going to leave that in there for a second. This one is from the Over the Moon stamp set and Perennial Essence Designer Series paper. Perennial Essence is one of the ones that is on sale until September 30th. And then I did add a couple elements, like Over the Moon stamp set featuring all the cows didn't have a happy birthday stamp, so I took that from the Ride With Me. That same stamp set I used to make this truck, Ride With Me, and the Wishing You Christmas Cheer is the same one I took Happy Birthday from, because I like the whimsical font. The whimsical font, the nice font went along with this font. You're utterly fantastic, dream big, cows it going, and party till the cows come home. And this one is going to be, let's see, I'm going to fold it like, here we go, like that. I have to fold it. Actually, no, this one I'm not folding because I'm giving it to them in person. That's why I didn't worry about it folding. Whereas this one, I did worry about it. I'm sending this one in the mail, so I did worry about it folding and shipping flat. But that one I'm actually going to give in person along with a gift basket. And I have other things, you know, along with that theme. All right, so that was project, I don't know what project number I'm up to now. But I do know I have 13 projects to show you. Okay, some of them I have shown on YouTube before, like this one. I showed how to make these boxes on YouTube. They are called cracker boxes. And I created these boxes using the Pressed Petals Designer Series paper. Pressed Petals. Okay, I'm going to leave those over there. So if you want to see my tutorials, just check out the links in the description and I show you how to make these. I've shown how to make these on YouTube. These three are, this is another idea. Okay, so these were cracker boxes. These are things, these are good for craft fairs, and so are these. These are just tea holders. So simple to make, just a tea bag. Okay, and I put some little extra elements in there. Follow Your Art. This is from the Follow Your Art Designer Series paper, one of the papers on sale. Okay, and when I say sale, I mean buy 3 get 1 free. It's like it's saving 25% on paper. And if you join my team, you know, you get a bigger discount. Well, you don't get it on your starter kit. You could put paper in your starter kit, but then later you get a bigger discount, 20%. So it's just a great deal. So for the time to stock up on papers. Now this one is from another suite called Bird Ballad Designer Series paper. Bird Ballad suite. Again, just a way to showcase Designer Series papers by putting them into little tea holders. And I like to embellish using my scan and cut. I showed how to cut these out in my courses, in my tutorials on YouTube. I showed how to make these tea holders. They also hold Ghirardelli chocolates. Okay, another thing I want to show you is a tag treat. These are kind of in a state of disarray, but they're still focusing on Designer Series paper. This is using the Let It Snow Designer Series paper. And they got pounded around a little bit, lost its little ribbon. But you can use cardstock with coordinating Designer Series paper, and you can put little treats together for Christmas with little mints inside. Okay, so those are just more ideas. That uses what's called a delightfully detailed tag topper punch. I use that same punch to make a bookmark, which is another idea for Designer Series paper. I used Follow Your Art Designer Series paper for this bookmark. I've made many of these before, but this one I just finished today. What I like to do with bookmarks is when I send out my catalogs, I like to put the information on the back of where this, you know, it's a sample basically. It shows a lot of things. It shows what you could do with the Designer Series paper and the stamp, but it also shows how cardstock, like this is crushed curry cardstock, coordinates with the designer series paper. So if any of you are demonstrators already from any country or this country, it doesn't matter what products you have or what language your stamps are in. If you make labels and you give people samples, then they get an idea of what the products are all about, which is what I'm trying to show you today. I'm trying to show you what the products are all about, or what our designer series paper is all about. I actually had the reason that sparked this video is I actually had a YouTube viewer, when I talked about the designer series paper sale, they said, what is designer series paper? And I had to, so designer series paper is something that Stampin' Up! Has that is double-sided. So all our paper is double-sided, and I'll show you a sampler of it. Okay, so that's, you use it to decorate cards, and I mean, it's just to see, every catalog we come out with new designer series papers, and they retire after the catalog retires. So that's why you'd want to get them, you know, while they're in our catalog, because, you know, we have fresh colors. So these are some fall cards. These are called Z-fold cards. And then for this one, I used the Colorful Seasons stamp set and the new Come Together designer series paper. That's what I used for these two cards, Come Together. So these are fall cards. Again, that Ride With Me stamp set is you get the theme. My husband said he likes this one a lot better because he said it looks like the truck is driving. And I didn't really even intend to make it look like it was driving forward, but I get that now. So you can hide half the truck. And so this is, you know, I'm always here to pick you up, and happy harvest. This was, these are the reason I have these. I can't send these out right now, so I'm using these for my class, online classes I'm teaching. So those are some samples I had for my online class. All right, I showed how to create these on YouTube recently, maybe a couple days ago, yesterday, the day before. These are featuring the brightly gleaming designer series paper and some foil. So I showed how to create these kinds of cards. These are called triangle cards, trifold, or tri-card, or trifold card. I think I was just calling them triangular fold cards. And I'm not going to untie them now, but if you want to see what's inside them, check out my YouTube video. Again, just more ways to use, another kind of thing to use designer series paper for. And that is part of the sampler I send out. When I send out samples of designer series paper, I do put a piece of this specialty paper in there as well. Okay, I don't know what number I'm up to, but I think I haven't shown these yet. And then I haven't shown these yet. Let's put all this. I don't number my projects because you never know how my videos are going to go. But I don't know what order I'm going to show things in other words. All right, so here's what I have for you here. These are so simple to make. I mean, I'm going to zoom in. These are so simple to make. You take a 6x6 piece of designer series paper and you just fold it in a diagonal, and then you fold it again, and it's a little diaper fold. And I did a tutorial on these. Once I got these as a swap, I said I have to do a tutorial on these. So these, I'm putting Dove chocolate in them now, but really I'd put Ghirardelli, but I'm not using Ghirardellis right now. I'm trying, until it gets a little colder, I'm trying not to use the Ghirardelli chocolates, but these do hold a good chunk of Ghirardelli chocolate, but the Dove is a little bit harder, doesn't melt as easily. Okay, so you can put whatever you want in these. You can even put a little note, maybe other things, but that's what I put in there, Dove chocolate. And I'm using the Over the Moon stamp set and the Perennial Essence designer series paper. So this is just another way you can make 4 of these out of 1 sheet of designer series paper. So another way to use your designer series paper. Okay, here's another way, mini calendar projects. I showed this project in my courses, my Brother Scan and Cut courses, where we cut out the calendars. Okay, simple, simple. This is just one piece of cardstock makes 2 calendars. One 8.5 piece of cardstock makes 2 calendars. 8.5 by 11. I had 3, so I've already sent one out. They do ship flat, but these are not going to ship flat because of the way that I've already glued them together. So they will be part of a gift basket I do. Okay, I have many more projects in various stages of completion all along my table here that I didn't get to show you, but I want to tell you about the special, and here's just kind of a summary of what we just covered. And I made one of every type of designer series paper that we have on sale. So what these are What I'm showing you right now is another project, and I'll lift them up and show you in a little better detail. But we have this, I'm just grabbing this die. We have a die, and it's called the Mini Curvy Keepsake die. If you're familiar with Stampin' Up products, we had a larger one of these a couple years ago. It retired. People went crazy asking Stampin' Up to bring back the Curvy Keepsake. I know there was a lot of suggestions in the box. Well, anyway, they listened, but they didn't bring it back in full size. They brought it back even cuter in small size. So the papers we have on sale, I created one of each using the Mini Curvy Keepsake die. This is called Dino Roar. This is Perennial Essence. You saw a few projects I made with Perennial Essence. This is called Woven Threads. This is when I made this card earlier. I was telling you about the woven threads. I said I made some of these butterflies using the woven threads. These are the in colors, meaning the current colors. Stampin' Up does loads of research onto what the current trends are in colors. So really, that's another benefit of getting our designer series papers. They're very trendy. Okay, this is called Magnolia Lane. I've done tutorials on Magnolia Lane and how to cut out the flowers. Done tutorials on this one. This is Follow Your Art. We cut out the little pieces of that. This is called See a Silhouette. Very, very nice tie-dye looking paper. This is what I started with. When I started with the project with the Countdown to Christmas project kit and the Come Sail Away suite, this is Come Sail Away. Okay, this one is called Garden Lane Designer Series paper. This is called Bird Ballad Designer Series paper. And this is called Pressed Petals. So if you order from now until, let me put my paper back there. I don't even know what happened to it now. Here we go. So from now until September 30th at midnight in Salt Lake City, and order from this website. There's always a current host code, and you will get this Designer Series paper sampler, which I'm about to show you. And the samples may vary depending on how many orders I get. So like, you might not get this exact, you're gonna get 15 6x6 samples of Designer Series paper. You're going to get, and I'm just going to show you them. This is Dino Roar, Garden Lane, Come Sail Away, Bird Ballad, Follow Your Art. In fact, I just went over these. Pressed Petals, no, Perennial Essence, Magnolia Lane, See a Silhouette. These are Pressed Petals. You get 2 of those. This is Specialty Designer Series paper. Okay, I haven't mentioned this one yet. This is called Mosaic Mood Designer Series paper. I've done projects on cutting out the hummingbird from this paper as well on YouTube. This is called Gather Together. This is the one I made. This is the paper that I made these cards out of. Okay, so this is Designer Series paper for fall. You get a piece of that, a sample of that. You get a sample of the Brightly Gleaming. And that's specialty paper. You get a specialty paper from the Let It Snow. If not this piece, it'll be a different piece, whatever I have. And then another one from the holiday catalog. And I just can't remember the name right now, but you do get another piece from the holiday catalog. So thank you for watching. I hope you were inspired by what you could do with Designer Series paper, and I hope you know that buy 3, get 1 free is a good deal, and that I hope you have ideas of what you could do with 4 packs of Designer Series paper. Thank you. This is the Paper Chef.